Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Like always, thank you so much for tuning in again. Guys, let's just get into this because I am way too excited about this. Yesterday, Sergio came home with a bag filled with the new Anastasia goodies that just released like 2 days ago. I am blown away by how amazing he is, first off, and how lucky I am, but also how well I've taught him, because he was able to pick out a bronzer shade from the complete range that was like perfect for my skin tone. So let's talk a little bit about this. I'm not gonna go in too much in depth because I don't wanna do swatches. You can definitely go over to my Instagram page. I swatched everything already, but what I wanna do is I wanna show you guys how it performs on the eyes. So I'm gonna go into a tutorial on this look that I have right now so you guys can see how it blends, how it looks, how the highlighter and bronzer and eyeshadow palette apply. I'm sure you guys are just as excited as I am. I know that you guys are gonna be blown away with this, but first I do want to talk about the highlighter. I've seen people reviewing the highlighter and kind of getting like negative feedback just because some people don't like Amrezy or because they don't like some things that she said. Honestly guys, you guys know that I'm here to give you 100% of my real and honest opinion. And you know, I'm reviewing products. I'm not going based on the person. I'm not going based off what this person's done in the past. Personally, I don't know this person. I think she's a beautiful woman, and if she's done things in the past, that's completely irrelevant to the product, because I'm a makeup junkie and I want to give you guys 100% a truthful review so you guys can see if it's worth it or not. So let's put all of that negativity to the side and let's just play with makeup, because I'm sure you guys really want to see how this performs. So let's go right into the tutorial. I'm not going to drag this on too long. I don't want the video to be too long. So let's go ahead, let's jump into that, and then we'll come back and talk about it a little bit more. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go in straight with this palette. I'm not going to do a crazy hard look. So I'm just going to do something quick and simple just so you can see how beautiful these shades are. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to take Orange Soda, and it's this light one right here, and I'm going to go ahead and use that as a transition shade. So now that that one's done, I'm gonna go in with Burnt Orange, and it's just a tad bit darker than the first one that we popped on, and I'm gonna put that a little bit lower than the first shade. We're just trying to create depth. I'm gonna go back in with the first shade that we used, and I'm just gonna go ahead and soften up those edges and bring the color up a little bit. So now I'm gonna go in with Sienna, and it's a beautiful dark, like reddish brown, and I'm gonna take a small brush for that, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on the outer V. And just to add a little bit more depth, I'm gonna go in with Mulberry, and it's this beautiful red-brown shade. It's gorgeous. It's deeper than the first one, Sienna. And I'm just going to go ahead and focus that on the outer V. And with a clean brush, I'm going to go ahead and drag that in. Okay, and now I'm just going to finish off the bottom lashes, and I'm going to pop on some eyelashes, and I'll be right back. So that's it for the eyes. I'm going to zoom you guys out and let's do the face. Okay. So I really want to try this now, and this is the bronzer, and I have the shade Saddle, and it is the perfect neutral, warm, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's very pigmented, like look at that. So you just need a little bit and it'll go a long way. So I'm going to take my favorite bronzing brush, and it's the Morphe Y4 brush, and I'm going to take the tiniest amount, and I'm going to go ahead and start applying that. And what I like is that you can build it up, or you can go in with it however pigmented you want. Yeah, it's really pretty. I love how neutral it is. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's a really nice bronzer shade. Maybe not a contour shade, but definitely a perfect bronzer shade for my skin tone. Yeah, that's really nice. I really like this. This is a good. So now let's go in with some blush, and I'm just gonna take my blush kit, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's a really nice peachy pink color, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that on. And again, these are very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Yeah, this just gives such a pretty flush of color. I really enjoy this blush. Okay, so now, what you guys all probably want to see, the Amrezy highlighter. Like, guys, look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at how gorgeous this is. Like, it's stunning. I love the wave effect that it has. It's beautiful. You can't even tell that I've swatched this. I've swatched this a ton. I filmed a little Instagram video with it. Like, I don't know, it's so firmly pressed in there that you really can't even tell. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh guys, look at how beautiful. Like, this is crazy, crazy intense and gorgeous. Very, very pretty. I like that so much. I'm gonna put some on the tip of my nose. This is so pretty. I definitely see this being able to be used like an everyday highlighter if you have a really light hand with it, and you can definitely pack this on. And this is a formula that would look amazing wet as well. So it's just, you can play with it so much to get the intensity and the look that you want. I love it so much. But that is the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you out and we will talk about some final thoughts. Okay, and that is the final look. I went ahead and I popped on Hudson liquid lipstick. This is one of the new shades. They released 10 brand new shades. I have 8 of the 10 because that's what Sergio surprised me with. Like, I honestly wasn't gonna pick up any of the new liquid lipsticks, but look at them. They're so pretty. There's like mauves, nudes, blues, teals, like any color, whoa, any color that you need, you have in this new collection, in this new launch. I'm loving them, honestly. I've played with a couple of them already and I think they're absolutely beautiful. Like I said, if you guys want swatches, definitely head over to my Instagram. I swatched it all. You can definitely see swatches there. But you guys know I love the ABH formula so much. It's so comfortable, it's not drying, it doesn't crack or flake. For $20, I really recommend getting this formula. Any color is beautiful. I've never had any problem with the ABH formula. So definitely go and get that. And let's just recap a little bit. The palette is absolutely beautiful, guys. Like, you guys saw how beautiful and pigmented and just how it blends. This is what the inside looks like. It retails for $42. It is part of their permanent line. So if you guys aren't sure if you want it right now, definitely wait for tutorials and swatches and all of that from your favorite YouTubers, and definitely go out and get it once you're convinced. But honestly, I think it is a beautiful, beautiful, well-made palette. It includes all of our favorites and a couple of new shades. So I kind of like that not only they gave us like the regular single eyeshadows that are already out there, but they did try and throw in some new things that are just beautiful. The metallics in here are crazy, crazy metallic. Like, look at these two. Like, they're beautiful and they are so metallic and crazy, insanely pigmented. I love this palette. I think this one definitely lives up to the modern renaissance. It's definitely on par. I know you guys had a couple questions on that because a couple of you were disappointed with the Subculture palette, but this one definitely, I think it's exactly like the Modern Renaissance palette. So if you love that one like I do, it's a staple. It's sitting right there on my vanity. Definitely go out and get this. The only thing that bothers me is that the suede, it gets so dirty. I've had this palette for less than 24 hours and I already got it dirty and I've had it in the box and I don't know what happened. It's like right there and it's driving me insane. So be careful. If you're weird like I am, be careful with it. Like, I kept the Modern Renaissance in the box for so long until I kind of just gave up. But this one, I already got it dirty. Like, it's dirty. But overall, other than that, that's like the only con I have. This is the most beautiful day to night palette. If you are experienced with makeup, if you're a makeup artist, this is going to be your best friend for natural and bridal looks, which was what Norvina intended it to be with Anastasia. And then their team intended it to be for. And even if you're just a beginner, I feel like this is such a beginner friendly palette, and even if you're super experienced, you guys will love this palette. I know that this is just gonna be one of those staples because it's perfect for day, like if you're going to work, if you're going to school, and then you can easily create something to transform it into a nighttime look. I love it. Now let's talk about the bronzer. So the bronzer comes in this really nifty matte black box, and I really love the bronzer. I think it is crazy pigmented, so a little goes a very, very long way. If I can just reach it. And like I said, I have this shade Saddle, and I don't know how he did it, but he picked the perfect one for my skin tone. I was like, I did not tell him, and he nailed it. Like, guys, I've taught him well. But this looks absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it just gives such a healthy glow to the skin. Like I said, it is pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. Have a light hand with it and then really blend it out. But other than that, I think it's gorgeous. It is matte. They're all matte, so either one that you buy, regardless of what the shade, they are matte. I like the range. I feel like they have a good range for bronzers. There's going to be a nice contour shade, a bronzing shade for every skin tone, regardless if you're fair to light to medium to deep. I really like this formula. I think this is one of the better bronzers that I've tried. And now let's talk about the highlighter, of course. You guys, I mean, I'm blown away with it. The quality is on par. I don't know, I just love it so much. You guys can't even tell that I've swatched this 1,000 times because it's so firmly pressed in there that it's gonna last you so long. And like I said, this and the bronzer retail for $28. That's not a bad price. You get 9 grams in the pan, so it's gonna last you a while. And you guys saw that I barely dipped my brush into it and I got this crazy sheen on my face. So definitely get it if you guys want it. It is limited edition. It's not going to be around forever, so definitely pick up a couple because it's gorgeous and you need them. It's beautiful, beautiful. I love the design. Like, you guys know I'm like a packaging person, and it just came in the most beautiful box. And then the presentation is absolutely stunning. I love that they just put so much thought into it. I love the rose gold contrasting with the black, and then the actual like the product, the waves in it, it's beautiful. It doesn't have any fallout. It has very, very, very little if you're rough with it. Basically no fallout because it is so firmly pressed. It looks like it's wet. This looks like one of those highlighters that's like a wet look on the skin. There's no glitter. There's no chunky particles. It's so finely milled and it just looks absolutely stunning. This is one of the formulas that you can either use dry or you can use it with a wet brush. Regardless of how you use it, it's gonna look beautiful. I don't find that it emphasized any texture on my face, which I really appreciate because there's some that just are a little bit too chunky and they kind of sit on top. Not this one. This one just kind of melted right into the skin and it just looks flawless and airbrushed. I really, really, really do enjoy this. I think this is a beautiful, well-made highlighter. I know that there's so many in the world, but this one is gorgeous. Definitely get your hands on it if you want it. I think they did such a killer job with this entire range. Even from the colors of the liquid lipsticks, I think those blues and teals are so bold and beautiful. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. I think Anastasia did an amazing job with this. The prices, the quality, everything is on par with everything else they've ever done. And if you guys were hesitant, like I said, definitely pick up Soft Glam. It is like modern renaissance. I got so many questions about that. You guys basically saw how it blended out. I didn't want to go ahead and do like a boring old swatch video because sometimes palettes swatch differently than they look on the eyes, and we're gonna go in with brushes, so I want to do something a little bit more realistic so you guys can see how it performs, and I think that it did its justice. You guys saw I captured its essence. It's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!